to play Brain Game.
Competing today are Smithfield-Selma High School and East Chapel Hill High School. High fives all around. Oh, yeah, good fist pumping. Way to do it, Malcolm. All right. All right. Hello and welcome to Brain Game, everyone. I'm your host, Mark Roberts. Welcome to Wake Tech's Northern Campus for today's game. We're in round 2 of the Brain Game playoffs with the winning team advancing to the semifinals. Let's get started. Meet the players who are here to play today. First of all, our defending champions from East Chapel Hill High School in Chapel Hill. We have Sanjay, Luke, and Malcolm. East Chapel Hill High School, everyone. And from Smithfield-Selma, Triple S in Johnston County, we have Henry, Jude, and Abby. Smithfield-Selma, everyone. Players, please remember, correct answers score you 20 points in Brain Game. An incorrect answer or failure to answer in the allotted time will lose you 20 and sweep any category for a 20-point bonus. Let's get this round 2 playoff matchup underway. We will start, of course, with pop-up culture, where today we're doing Broadway antonyms. Players, I will give you the opposite of a popular musical. Each correct answer will be a real-life show that appeared on Broadway. For example, if I were to say dogs, you would answer cats, but we went over that and kind of trained, so this is good. All right, Cranian Gear, here we go with a playoff Brain Game, everyone. Let's start now with Team 1, which is East Chapel Hill High School. Here's your first one in Broadway shows opposites, birth of a female customer.
Our team's answer is death of a salesman.
That's correct. Next one, Mr. Hanoi.
Our team's answer is Miss Saigon.
That's right. And last one for you guys, concert violinist in the basement.
Fiddler on the Roof. Our team's answer is Fiddler on the Roof.
That is correct. All right, they're getting this. Now, let's move over to Smithfield-Selma. The silence of the cacophonous noise.
Our team's answer is the sound of silence.
That is incorrect. East Chapel Hill.
Our team's answer is pass.
The sound of music, what we're looking for. All right, back to Smithfield-Selma. Gals and action figures.
Our team's answer is pass.
East Chapel Hill.
Our team's answer is boys and toys.
Answer we're looking for there is guys and dolls. And last, Broadway shows opposites. This one to Smithfield-Selma. Caterpillars are expensive.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to East Chapel Hill.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is butterflies are free. All right, moving on now. All of those, I kind of like concert violinists in the basement where they have a chance to sell a lot of tickets. But let's get everyone caught up now with our next category, which is headliners. Players, we've got 6 questions right now from entertainment, national and international news headlines. Each team will get to start with a visual clue. All right, we're starting with Team 1, East Chapel Hill High. Apparently, she's not very patient. What performer won this year's Grammy for Record of the Year?
Lizzo. Our team's answer is Lizzo.
Lizzo is correct. Sticking with East Chapel Hill in February, there are a few injuries when a shuttle bus collided with an airplane being towed at what U.S. airport?
I think so. Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
Our team's answer is Dallas.
That is incorrect. Smithfield-Selma, you want to try?
RDU. Our team's answer is RDU.
Answer we're looking for is Los Angeles International, LAX. All right, we are back to East Chapel Hill for the last headliners. On February 6th, a 7.8 earthquake caused over 100,000 casualties in what 2 countries?
Our team's answer is Turkey and Syria.
Those are the 2 countries. Good job. All right, now we're doing headliners with Smithfield-Selma. This year, she won a Grammy for her spoken word recording of her memoir, Finding Me. Who is the 18th person to have won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony?
Defer to Abby.
Our team's answer is Viola Davis.
That is right, Abby. Good deferral there. All right, sticking with Smithfield-Selma. In February, what university in Las Cruces suspended its men's basketball team, forfeiting all remaining games in the season?
Mexico State. Our team's answer is New Mexico State.
New Mexico State is right. And last headliners for Smithfield-Selma. The atmosphere is active. In January, there were over 100 of these phenomena, 3 classified as EF3.
Our team's answer is tornadoes.
That'll mess up your hair. Yeah, tornadoes. You are correct. All right. We are twisting right along, everyone. We don't have to go far in our next category across America. We're taking a trip up I-95 or I-85 to our neighbors to the north, Virginia. Players, each correct answer will have something to do with the Commonwealth of Virginia. So, starting off across America with East Chapel Hill High. What is the most populous city in Virginia? From its name, you could guess that it's near the ocean.
Virginia Beach. Our team's answer is Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach is right. What Virginia college, founded in 1693, is named for a king and queen of England?
Our team's answer is William and Mary.
That is correct. All right, and our third across America, what civilian foreign intelligence service of the federal government is headquartered in Langley, Virginia?
Our team's answer is the CIA.
That is right. All right, now across America, Virginia, going over to Team 2, Smithfield-Selma. What was the capital of the Confederacy and is the current capital of Virginia?
Richmond. Our team's answer is Richmond.
Richmond is right. Named for a founding father and based in Fairfax, what is the largest public university in Virginia?
George Washington. James Madison. Our team's answer is James Madison.
That is incorrect. East Chapel Hill?
Our team's answer is George Mason.
George Mason is right. I went to James Madison, but George Mason is right. Trivia. All right. Last across America for Smithfield-Selma. What Virginia city is home to the Pentagon and the tomb of the unknown soldier?
Arlington. Our team's answer is Arlington.
Arlington is right. Well, teams, well done. We have made it to our first break in this playoff battle. When Brain Game returns, we've got a word power ban, and we'll look at some epics in arts and lit. Brain Game will be right back, everyone. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. Lots of playoff action going on up here at Wake Tech's Northern Campus. After the first round of play, we have East Chapel Hill High School on the board at 180. Smithfield-Selma is up there at 60. Today's winning team will advance to the semifinals. But even if you don't win, you can earn enough points to grab the wild card spot. In today's Word Power, we're looking for words on the banned list. They're fine to say. They just all contain the word ban, B-A-N. Let's see how well we do in filling in the blanks with ban. We're going to start with Team 1, East Chapel Hill. As a verb, this 7-letter word means to give up completely. As a noun, it's a lack of inhibition.
Abandon.
Yeah, abandon.
Our team's answer is abandon.
Abandon is right. This 6-letter word is a headgear made of winding cloth. Keski and pagri are specific types.
Yeah, turban.
Our team's answer is turban.
Turban is correct. And last word power, an 8-letter word for a hot pepper named for a city in Cuba.
Habanero.
Habanero.
Our team's answer is habanero.
That is right. Okay, let's do words with ban. Going over to Team 2, Smithfield-Selma. 8-letter adjective. Sounds like it describes something under the city. It pertains to areas not in the city, but not in the country. It's also an SUV.
Suburban. Our team's answer is suburban.
Suburban is right. In Irish folklore, this 7-letter word is a female spirit whose wailing foretells a death in the family.
Banshee. Our team's answer is banshee.
Banshee is right. And last word power for Smithfield-Selma, a 6-letter word for a small shelter that faces a beach or a pool, from the Spanish for hut.
Our team's answer is cabana.
Cabana is right. All right, I'm definitely not banning some quality time in a cabana at the beach. From R and R to A and L is what we're going to do. Our next category, arts and literature players. We're looking at artists from around the world. Let's start in France with a visual clue. And we'll start with Team 1, East Chapel Hill. This French pianist was expelled from the Paris Conservatory, but later readmitted. Bolero is his best-known work.
Our team's answer is Ravel.
That's right, Maurice, you got it. All right, question 2 in Arts and Lit for East Chapel Hill. Several pieces have tempo indicators in their titles, including a famous one for strings by Samuel Barber. What is this slow tempo, about 70 beats per minute?
Adagio for string.
Our team's answer is adagio.
Adagio is right. And last, Arts and Lit for East Chapel Hill. This was a common Renaissance painting technique. When constructing a building, what method required painting directly on wet plaster?
Our team's answer is fresco.
Fresco is right. Now, let's Arts and Lit with Smithfield-Selma. Maurice Ravel worried that formal classic study would ruin this American's jazz influences. Who wrote Porgy and Bess and Rhapsody in Blue?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to East Chapel Hill.
Our team's answer is Gershwin.
Gershwin is the guy. Now we're back over with Smithfield-Selma. Elgar's 3rd, Beethoven's 10th, and Tchaikovsky's 7th are all symphonies with what nickname? They do end, though.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to East Chapel Hill.
It could be unfinished.
That was Palagi.
There's symphony.
Yeah, unfinished. Yeah, you're right.
Our team's answer,
Unfinished.
Our team's answer is unfinished.
Unfinished is right, and I like the deliberations that worked out. Okay, back in Smithfield-Selma's court here. This type of image is named for a notoriously cheap French finance minister. What is this style that can be drawn or made from cutouts?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to East Chapel Hill.
You can draw collage.
Yeah, college.
Our team's answer is collage.
Answer we're looking for there is silhouette. All right, we've passed the halfway point, but still a lot of points out there to go. When Brain Game continues, we'll have a south of the border edition of Name Game, and I'm not talking about South Carolina. Brain Game will be right back, everyone. Everyone, after the second round of play, we have East Chapel Hill High School on the board with 360, Smithfield-Selma in there at 140. With a trip to the semifinals on the line today, everyone, let's break a little of this tension and play some Name Game. That always relaxes things. Today, we're asking questions about our neighbors to the south. Players, each correct answer will be the name of a famous Mexican. All right, let's begin famous Mexicans with East Chapel Hill High School. From Mexico City, she was a magical realist known for featuring roots and herself, sometimes multiple times in her artwork.
Our team's answer is Frida Kahlo.
That is right. Born in Guadalajara, he is an Oscar-winning filmmaker. His Cabinet of Curiosities is a horror series on Netflix.
He's Spanish. Our team's answer is pass.
And that goes over to Smithfield-Selma, if you would like to try.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is Guillermo del Toro. And last Name Game for East Chapel Hill, Mexican president from 1858 to 1872. The Mexican city across the border from El Paso, Texas, is named in his honor.
Our team's answer is Juarez.
Benito Juarez, you are right. Now, going over to Smithfield-Selma for famous Mexicans. She was the first Mexican to be nominated in the Best Actress category at the Oscars for her 2002 portrayal of Frida Kahlo.
I defer to Abby.
Our team's answer is Selma Hayek.
That is right. Mexican revolutionary who raided Columbus, New Mexico in 1916. He was assassinated in 1923.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to East Chapel Hill.
Our team's answer is Pancho Villa.
Pancho Villa is the guy. Now we're rounding out Name Game with Smithfield-Selma. He is famous for his large murals and frescoes. In the early 1930s, he completed 27 works known as Detroit Industry Murals.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to East Chapel Hill.
Our team's answer is Diego Rivera.
He is the guy. That is right. All right, players, pencils and scratch paper ready. Time to become human calculators and do crunching numbers. Remember, you now have twice as much time to answer these math problems. If you get stumped, you can always pass to the other team. So everyone should be working on a possible answer in this situation. Let's start with East Chapel Hill High in crunching numbers. Given the polynomial x cubed plus 5x squared plus 16x plus 80, what is its irreducible quadratic factor? Need something, East Chapel Hill, anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Smithfield-Selma if you would like to try.
Our team's answer is x squared plus 16.
That is right. Now, we're back doing crunching numbers with East Chapel Hill. If the letters G, A, M, E are randomly selected without replacement and arranged in the order of their selection from left to right, what is the probability that they would spell the word game?
Our team's answer is 1 out of 24.
That is correct. And last crunching numbers for East Chapel Hill. The graph of the equation, 9x squared minus 4y squared equals 36, is what kind of conic section?
Yeah, it must be or would it be a parabola?
It's difference of squares, right? Want to try that?
No, it must be.
Need something, East Chapel Hill, anything?
Our team's answer is parabola.
That is incorrect. Smithfield-Selma, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is hyperbola.
That is correct. All right, now we are crunching numerically with Smithfield-Selma. For the parabola, y equals negative x squared plus 4x plus 1. What is its maximum value? Need something, Smithfield-Selma. Anything over there?
Our team's answer is negative 11.
That is incorrect. East Chapel Hill, you want to try?
Should I go for it? Our team's answer is 1.
The correct answer is 5 to that particular problem there. Now, we're back to Smithfield-Selma. If the sine of theta degrees is 4/5, then what is the tangent of 90 minus theta degrees?
Our team's answer is 25 over 16.
That is incorrect. East Chapel Hill.
Do I just pass this one? It could be 3/4. I don't know.
I mean, just let me go for it. I think it should be 3/4.
Our team's answer is 3/4.
That is correct. And last crunching numbers problem for Smithfield-Selma. Of rectangle, rhombus, and isosceles trapezoid, which type of quadrilateral must have perpendicular diagonals?
Just a rectangle. No. Rhombus.
Need something over there, Smithfield-Selma. Anything?
Our team's answer is rhombus.
Rhombus is right. All right, good job. All right. Good news, too. You've made it through that difficult math portion of Brain Game. Congratulations to everybody. We're on now to rocket science, the last 6 questions before the final round. We're covering astronomy, earth science, physics, and geology. We wish you all the best of luck. So let's start rocket science with Team 1, East Chapel Hill High. Kepler's first law dictates that the planets orbit the sun in a path shaped like which conic section?
It's an ellipse. Our team's answer is ellipse.
Ellipse is right. This electrical quantity is constant across all elements of a series circuit. Measured in coulombs per second, what is it?
Current.
Our team's answer is current.
Current is right. And last rocket science for East Chapel Hill. The largest habitat on Earth, covering half of the Earth's surface, is what flat, deep ocean area?
The abyssal plain,
I think it's something like that.
abyssal plain.
Want to try that?
Yeah.
Our team's answer is abyssal plain.
That is the right plane. Now, we're doing rocket science with Smithfield-Selma. Europa, Enceladus, and Ganymede are all moons thought to have what beneath their surfaces?
Our team's answer is water.
That is correct, water. Oh, you got it. Okay, sticking with Smithfield-Selma, the integral of force with respect to time. What phenomenon also describes non-warp engines on Star Trek?
Impulse. Our team's answer is impulse.
Impulse is right. And last rocket science for Smithfield-Selma. What term describes the ability of soil to pass water? It refers to having tiny holes.
Permeability. Our team's answer is permeability.
That is incorrect. East Chapel Hill.
Porous.
Our team's answer is porosity.
Porosity is the correct answer. All right. Great job, teams. You've made it through 8 categories of play. Now we are headed to the final question. To find out which of these 2 schools will advance to the next round of the playoffs, Brain Game will be right back, everyone.
There are oceans and rocks, places where fish swim and birds fly. History is made, art is created, things happen that should always be remembered. Heroes emerge. A woman sets people free. A man makes light. A leader steps forward. It can be a place, a feeling, a state of mind. So get up, get out there, and find your park.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. We hope you're playing along at home on your TV or your favorite device. If you want more information on the smartest 30 minutes on television, go to WRAL.com and type in the search words Brain Game for the season's schedule, final scores, and to watch past episodes. Our regular round of play ended with East Chapel Hill High School on the board with 540 and Smithfield-Selma High on there with 200. Up to 100 points are now on the table, and it all comes down to our game's final question. Each team determined how much to risk on globetrotting during the commercial break. Teams, here is your all-important final question. Nagorno-Karabakh, also called Artsakh, is the center of an ethnic conflict between what two nations in the Caucasus? Players, you have 30 seconds to deliberate.
I think it's Azerbaijan.
Stay tuned. The final answer and the final scores when Brain Game returns, everyone.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
First, time for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Call it drive, call it motivation, or even determination. We all have a spark, something that burns within, a drive to prove ourselves, motivation to succeed, determination to prove them wrong, a spark to do the unexpected. It's time to fuel that spark, ignite your future. Wake Tech.
I am blind, but I need not see. I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free.
Welcome back to today's final round of Brain Game. It all comes down to this. Players, we have the amount of points risked and your answers to the final question, which is Nagorno-Karabakh, also called Artsakh, is the center of an ethnic conflict between what two nations in the Caucasus? Let's go now to our teams. Let's start with Smithfield-Selma. Please tell us your answer.
Our team's answer is Azerbaijan and Armenia.
That was correct. You risked the full 100 points. That brings your game total to 300. Smithfield-Selma did well today, didn't they, studio audience? Yes, they did. All right. Let's move over to East Chapel Hill. East Chapel Hill, tell us your answer.
Our team's answer was Armenia and Azerbaijan.
Also correct. You risked the full 100 points. That brings your game total to 640. So with that final score of 640, East Chapel Hill is today's Brain Game winner, everybody. How about that? All right. Man, that's a good shout out there, too. Congratulations to East Chapel Hill. Way to go, you guys. Please join us next time right here at Wake Tech's Northern Campus as we wrap up round 2 of the Brain Game playoffs. And thank you so much for watching Brain Game, the smartest 30 minutes on TV, everyone.